Hi guys, how are you? Just making sure everyone is getting the notifications. Don't mind all of my lights in the back here. As you've seen in my videos recently, I have some people staying with me. My parents actually just left yesterday, but then Derek's parents get in on Wednesday. So I didn't want to move back into my studio and then have to put everything back. So you have a little bit of a mess in the back there. All right. Just making sure everybody is getting the notifications. I'll give it a second here. Let's see. Making sure everybody can see me. All right. Try it again here. Okay. Let's make sure everybody has gotten. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Michelle, can you tell me if you got the notifications? If not, I'm going to log right back in and make sure everybody got the notification. Hi. Can you guys let me know if you got the notification? That would be helpful. Did YouTube give you a notification? Hey, Margaret. Is it Geesey? Hey, guys. Let me know. Good morning. Thank you, Michelle. I love it. Okay, so no, Michelle says she did not get the notification. Okay, so hang on. I'm going to stop this streaming and then I'm going to come right back on. See if we can get that notification. All right. Okay, let's see. Hi, good morning, you guys. Looks like the notifications hopefully will be out. If not, let me just tweet these. Let me know if you guys got a notification that time. I know I say this every time, but it's kind of frustrating, right? I'm going to just tweet it real quick. I am live on YouTube. Come hang out. All right. All right. I don't know. I tried to give you guys a whole rundown of the dates in the community tab. Hey, Julia. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Renee. Hey, guys. How are you? Hey, Andrea. Hey, Marcia. I hope that you guys got the notifications now. I don't know what's going on. Super frustrating. But we are here. Hopefully you guys, if you haven't caught it on the live, will be able to catch the replay. Because today, hey Joanne, we're going to be talking all about retinols, Retin-A. Honestly, I get so many questions about this. And I really want to discuss it in detail because a lot of you guys have questions about Retin-A, all of the different versions of it, as well as over the counter. So we're going to really get into the nitty gritty and really show you guys what my favorite products are, how to use them. So if you have little notepads, go ahead and grab them and make sure you're taking some notes so you have them to refer back to. So it looks like no one got the notification again, so that's all right. Hopefully you guys will be able to put those on your calendar. So the next, let me just move all my products here for today's video and I'll share with you guys. If you guys can mark your calendars, the next live will be October 7th, October 21st, November 4th, November 18th, and then we'll be doing one in December, which will be December 2nd. So mark those in your calendar so you guys can be joining me for that. Again, I'm not quite sure why YouTube just doesn't get that notification out. So, all right. Hey, Christine. Hey, Deb. Hey, Helen. PJ. I love it. How you guys doing today? Happy Monday. Amazing. Saw the tweet and came over. Okay, cool. So I'm glad I did that. Great. It's having a beauty day with products from Too Faced. I just wanted to let the squad know. Awesome. Kesey says, notepad is ready. Awesome. Okay. See, she says, I didn't receive the notifications, but I remember because of your Instagram. Amazing. Hello, Monica. So let's just let everybody on Instagram know as well. Hopefully they'll be able to check that out. All right. Hey, you guys, I'm live over on YouTube. Come join me. You guys didn't get the notifications, boo, on YouTube. But come join me. We're talking about retinols and Retin-A. All right. Okay, so let's dive into this. Hey, Farah. I'm so glad that you guys are here. And if you guys ever need to refer back to the dates, they are on my community tab. Always check the community tab on YouTube because I really communicate with you guys there for like bulk messages and things like that. Okay, so if you guys have any questions that come up during this discussion, since it is kind of like nitty gritty, please, hey Marie, please hold them just to the end, just so I can make sure I get your questions, maybe write them down so we can make sure that they're addressed really properly, because this is a very, to me, one of the most anti-aging tips and techniques and products that you really can get very confused on, and that is very important to anti-aging. All right? Perfect. So let's do it since we got some people in here. So a lot of you guys, I have done one video on retinols, and it's been a while, so that's why I kind of wanted to do this. Now, of course, Kelly, yes, always share. Always share. Kelly just shared that QVC is having a huge beauty day over there. Thanks, Helen. Okay. So retinols and Retin-A and all of the derivatives of Retin-A, tretinoin, differin, and those are all brand names, and there's also subsections of those names. So let's start in the basics. So retinols and Retin-A and things like that are a derivative of vitamin A, okay? Vitamin A or retinols or Retin-A, specifically Retin-A, which is a brand name, which is this right here. We talked about it a little while ago. This is tretinoin, and it has actually some of the highest studies on the ability to rebuild collagen, help acneic skin, remove sun damage. I mean, it has been studied for so long, and as it stands right now, that's really our gold standard for quote-unquote anti-aging or rebuilding the skin. So that's why I feel retinols and Retin-A is such an important topic, because it is something that, again, I feel, all these are my opinions, is that you really either should be talking to a dermatologist about or should be incorporating into your routine, even once as early as you hit 30. Once you hit 40, of course, I feel like it should definitely be into your routine. So we'll be also talking about how often you should use it, peeling, not peeling, so we'll get into all of that. So there are a lot of different strengths of derivatives of vitamin A or just vitamin A. So if you are just starting out on your derivative of vitamin A or vitamin A journey, you can look for that, like just Google like top vitamin A products. And those will give you probably the most holistic brands that only contain a very raw or organic form of vitamin A. That's going to be the gentlest. So your true form of vitamin A is going to be the most gentle. And then you can go up into retinols, and that's going to be a differencing of strengths in retinols in all of your products. That's going to be the second most gentle. And then, of course, you have your now prescription strength Retin-A's, obviously, different things like that, that have different percentage. So, for example, this is 0.05. You can go 0.025, 0.1. So there's differencing in strengths there. Now, what Retin-A or retinols or things like that, tretinoin, do to the skin is they go into the deepest layers into the skin. So this has been studied. That's why this is so amazing for that kind of anti-aging, is because it has been actually studied that it does go into the lower levels. Your Retin-A specifically goes into those lower layers and rebuilds that collagen, helps with suppleness. Oh my gosh, it helps with the bounce in your skin. It is was really the main way they treated acne, and then they basically found out that they have anti-aging benefits to it, and so it's kind of been this all-in-one encompassing product. So it does go into the layers, the deepest layers of your skin, and that's why it is so cool. So let me just find out from you guys, from the people we have in here. Hi, Kylie. Hey, Celtic girl. And so just so if you guys have just come in, hold all your questions till the end, since this is a little bit of a difficult and kind of confusing topic, just to make sure we get all of those questions answered. If you guys have just come in, we are talking all about retinols and retin-A. Welcome, you guys. Okay, so how many of you guys do take some sort of form of vitamin A? So even if you use vitamin A in your skincare, or if you use retinols, or if you use any derivative of a tretinoin. I was waiting for you guys to tell me, because I just want to gauge this for you guys. I know Marie does, obviously. Let's see. Ooh, it looks like there is quite a bit of a delay. That is okay. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Margaret does. Yep, Marie, of course. PJ, Diane, Renee, perfect. Kelly, great. Okay. All right, great. Monica says no. Joanne says not me. Okay, so I would urge you guys to, if you guys have concerns like eczema, psoriasis, rosacea, I would urge you to start with a low-grade vitamin A derivative. You're going to find that mostly in a more organic green product, and that's a great way to start building yourself up to using a higher strength product. All right, let me just double check here. Perfect. Okay, great. Helen, we'll address that for sure. Okay, so let's start in the retinol family. So retinols is a derivative of vitamin A, like we talked about. But what's the difference between a retinol and a tretinoin or tretinoin, or different, or anything like that, is that it takes the skin, it makes the skin has to do an extra step. It has to change the retinol into a deliverable form of tretinoid. So it has to basically do an extra step. So that's why sometimes over-the-counter retinols cannot be as effective, i.e., you know, the Ordinary, Pixie's retinol tonic, you know, things like that. Some of the over-the-counter Rock, what else? Neutrogena has some, L'Oreal has some. So sometimes that delivery system, the skin having to do an extra step where it transitions into something the skin can receive, and if it's not a quality product or doesn't have a high enough grade of retinol in it, it's not going to give you the benefits of something that probably is a little bit more pricey or of a prescription strength product, okay? So I hope that that makes sense. So if you are not seeing any results from your lower grade retinol products, I would start to step up your game. I have in the description box of this video put in a whole hefty list of retinols that are effective. I did throw in some drugstore brands there because I did want to make sure that I was addressing every price point. And also, they also might be a great place to start when you're introducing a retinol into your routine. We will go through how many times a week you should be doing this, best practices for it in just a few minutes. All right. So my favorite retinol products are going to be a little bit pricier because they are effective, you guys. I really want to talk to you about this. You absolutely can use things like Curology, because they have a combination between a couple different types of retinols, or sorry, retin-As. So they have tretinoid, they have alizaic, and they also have different types of names for this product in one product. So you can think of all the different names. So Retin-A is a brand name, Different is a brand name, and they all, if you look under the on the right here, it says it contains tretinoin. And then you can see what the actual name is of the drug in here, okay? And so Curology has some beautiful products, really effective, beautiful products, okay? So it's not going to be as effective as your prescription strength, but a ton of people have been using Curology and been loving it. So that absolutely might be a great place to start when you are ramping up your retinol routine, okay? Also, let's talk about a few things, though, that you can get over the counter that I absolutely stand behind 100%. This whole brand from Murad, or this whole line from Murad, this is the Retinol Youth Renewal Night Cream. This is the Retinol Eye Serum. They also have a face serum. 100% I can stand behind that. That will give you beneficial effects if you are in your 30s and 40s, okay? Also, too, I would suggest the Dr. Dennis Gross Ferulic, the Retinol and Ferulic Eye Serum. Again, I have all of this listed in the description box after you guys kind of log off here. He has a whole line of retinols. These are very effective. If you guys actually watch Gothma, she totally agrees with me that the Retinol Eye Serum from Dr. Dennis Gross is just as effective as anything you can get that is a higher end, SkinCeutical type of a brand. The Biossance, the squalene and phytoretinol serum is to die for, you guys. So good. If you're looking for something from Kate Somerville, her Dermal Quench Liquid Lift is outstanding. Okay, really, really effective product. Then you're going to have your products like Obagi. Obagi has a 360 retinol 1.0. Fantastic. Obagi is some of the leading industry in a lot of higher end medical grade products. You also have Skin Medica's Retinol Complex 0.25. They also have a 0.5 and they have a 1.0. Fantastic. Really is going to give you great results if you're not ready to go into a pharmaceutical prescription strength Retin-A. And then actually, I don't know if you guys have heard, but Different now is over the counter, and which is fantastic. Different is just like a cousin. You can think of it as a cousin to Retin-A. And so that is something that you can get over the counter that will give you great clinical results for sure. Okay. I hope that makes sense as far as stuff you can get over the counter. I have tried a lot of retinol products, and not very many of them work. I'll be very, very honest. I really try them out for about 3 to 6 months, and that's why it's taken me so long to go through this list and get this video together, because I really have tried these. I do want to pull your attention to something that is over the counter. This is, again, not a sponsored video by anybody, but it is what I've been using recently. And for the past, I'd say, almost 3 months. And I have been obsessed, you guys. I don't think that this brand gets enough love. This is an Australian brand called Miraness. They have some of the most fantastic products I have ever used as far as cosmetics and skincare, you guys. All their products are cruelty-free. They are formulated by a pharmacist or a chemist. Their packaging doesn't lend them to a little higher end, but these are absolutely cosmeceutical grade products. This product right here is called the Wrinkle Zero Night Serum. I have been using this religiously for the past almost 3 months. I love this serum because A, it's vegan. It also has, obviously, retinol, but it has vitamin C, and it's a different type of vitamin C. I want to explain to you why this is fantastic. And I'll talk to you guys about using vitamin C's with retinols in 1 second. This has a stable form of vitamin C that is fat soluble and penetrates the skin. So that's why it's fantastic, as well as a cellular growth factor 6 complex. So it's an epidermal growth factor 6 complex that is nanoized. So it actually will go into the deeper layers of the skin. Every morning I use this. So I have been using this every other night for the past several months. And every morning I wake up, my skin feels so soft. I have no texture issues since I've been using this. I can't speak highly enough about this. They also have this right here, which is called a Power Lift. This is called a booster. It's a concentrated version of this. So what I do is I put them together all over the face, and you only use this once a month for 5 days, or once every 2 months for 5 days. I have used this once a month for 5 days for the past almost 3 months now. They are so fantastic. I actually would say, I hesitate to say that they might be better than these and a better price point. They have given me a discount code in the bottom. It is non-affiliate. This is not a sponsored video. It is just something that I have been like, I can't wait to share that with you guys because it is so, so good, okay? All of this is linked in the description box, all right? So before I go on to Retin-A and all of those derivatives, I want to talk to you a little bit about using these products with certain ingredients, okay? So retinols and Retin-A or Differin or all of those type of things, they can be used with vitamin C. It is a myth that they cannot be used with vitamin C. A lot of products nowadays are coming out with vitamin C into their retinol products because what it does is enhances the actual efficacy of the retinol. It really it's an antioxidant, so it really helps protect the skin, and it's really very gentle on the skin. You can use retinols with really anything, peptides, CoQ10, growth factors, hyaluronic acid, really anything if you wanted to. The only thing that you cannot use retinols with is any type of acid, salicylic, glycolic, benzoyl peroxide, because you're already exfoliating the skin. You're already trying to encourage the skin to do its new cell turnover. You do not want to be incorporating this with any type of acid, okay? And retinols, Retin-A, any derivative of that should be used at night, okay? Because it can make the skin photosensitive, which basically means is it can make the sun harsher on the skin. Also, you do need to make sure that you are really, really diligent about your SPF routine when you start incorporating retinols into your routine. So let me just do a quick check-in, you guys, and make sure that everything I've talked about so far is making sense, okay? Let me make sure. I will address really quickly, because I'm getting a lot of comments in here about the PTR. PTR, which is Peter Thomas Roth, in my opinion, is overpriced and is not as effective as some of the other stuff we have just talked about. I'm glad that it's working for some of you guys, but it's really harsh on the skin. A lot of his products have a lot of alcohol in them, and I really urge you to try to use something a little bit more sensitive or a little bit more gentle. All right, so let's jump into, yes, see, so Diana says my Curology has 5% vitamin C. Exactly. That is what you're looking for. Fantastic, okay? All right, so let's talk about, before we kind of jump into best practices of using a retinol or Retin-A, is your prescription strength or your Curology or your Differin. These can be used, really honestly, every night if you want to. If you are just starting, please do not use them every single night. Build up. That actually goes for your retinol products as well. You know, I exfoliate. I am diligent about my skincare routine. So for me, I can use retinol derivatives or Retin-A or acids for that matter every single night, okay? Please don't jump into that though if you are new. please make sure you are using it like once every 3 days, and then once every 2 days, or once a week, which is actually how I use my Retin-A. I really only use Retin-A once or twice a week because I have been obsessed with these and getting an amazing result, okay? I would say that once you hit, I'd say 48, 50, things like that, you really should be using and thinking about a prescription strength Retin-A, Differin, etc., okay? The reason why these work so effectively is, again, I want to say, because they reach the lower levels of the skin. Retinols do reach a lower level, but sometimes the skin having to do that second step really diminishes how deep and effective they can be, okay? Let me just check in, make sure this makes sense. On the days you don't use Miraness, do you use Retin-A? I'm going to talk about how what my routine is for the week if you want to write this down. So great question, Renee. Okay. All right. So let's talk about best practices for incorporating retinols and Retin-A and all of that good stuff into your routine. So I get a lot of questions about, hey, you know, I'm getting a lot of peeling from my Retin-A or my retinol products, or retinols are too aggressive for me, or I'm not getting any peeling at all. Is that effective? Is it doing what it's supposed to do? So let's break that down. If you are getting peeling, please do not scrub that off, you guys. Please just hydrate. Hydrate. You are putting a retinol or a Retin-A or a derivative of that on your skin, so it will do that cell turnover. So it actually is doing what it's supposed to be doing, all right? So please don't scrub that off, over exfoliate that off. Just be gentle with our skin, because you do not want to use any kind of exfoliation, manual exfoliation, to get that off, because you are going to be stripping your skin. So I hate to be brass or crude about this, but sometimes you're just going to have to deal with it until your skin gets to the point that it no longer peels, okay? And it will happen, I promise. It will happen, okay? So Retin-A is prescription, you guys. Yes, Retin-A is prescription, but there are derivatives of different types of Retin-A or a tretinoin. There are different derivatives in different parts of the world. So that's why I recommend talking to your dermatologist. But you also can get Differin over the counter as well as Curology, which are as effective. Okay, so I find that interesting that Dr. Dre said that, because Retin-A, tretinoin, was one of the first ones to come out to do acneic studies. So I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. All right. So just so you know, that is about the peeling situation. Hydrate. I have been loving this moisturizer by Miraness. You've been hearing me talk about it. It is the treatment cream, ceramides, antioxidants, really good hydrating products. You can use sunflower oil. Obviously, cacao oil is going to be amazing for that. Any kind of, hydrating oil will be great for that. Okay, now when you are experiencing no peeling, okay, so I don't really peel from Retin-A. My skin doesn't love Retin-A, but I don't peel extreme from that, because I have already exfoliated that top layer of my skin off. So there's really nothing to, to peel off the skin. So even if you're not peeling, please don't feel that it's not working. All right. It just means that your skin is already kind of in a great condition to receive the product. Okay. So I hope that makes sense there. Yes, Curology is, it's not the same as a prescription strength, but it's very similar. So that would be a great place to start. Differin also you can get over the counter. And I did not put in the description box any kind of medical place that you can get Differin or Retin-A or tretinoin or anything like that, because I don't want to lead you to bad sources. I always recommend going to either some place like Curology or going to your dermatologist to talk about that, because we're getting into medical stuff here, and I want to be responsible. Okay. All right, so I hope that that makes sense about the peeling and about the non-peeling. Let's talk about if you are sensitive to retinols and retin-As and things like that to help you with that peeling or sensitivity. I always recommend using an essence before you apply any type of retinol or retin-A, different tretinoin or anything like that. And I'll explain to you why. Because when you moisturize the skin, and it is moisturized first before you apply a retinol or retin-A product, it's going to lessen the effects of the harsh ingredients of those products. So it's going to help your skin tolerate your retin-A or retinols more. You can even actually use if you really wanted to, you could actually use a moisturizer, let that completely dry down, and then put your retinol over it. Think of it as a hydration barrier, so it lessens the effects of, not the product, but it lessens the effects of things like peeling, it lessens the effects of redness, it lessens the effect of heat that sometimes people get from these products. So really hydrating the skin first and then applying your retinol or retin-A on top of it will really be a game changer for you guys, all right? I do in essence. For me, it's thin, it works, I love it, okay? Second tip is you need to make sure that you let your skin dry completely. Please do not apply retinols, specifically though, retin-A, different, tretinoin, any of those, to wet skin. You guys, you have to make sure that that skin is completely dry, okay? So after I've given my skin about, I don't know, 15 minutes to let my essences kind of, sink in, I do about 3 treatments of this, 3 or 4 patting in. I give it about 15 minutes. I will apply my retin-A, and then I will let that sit for about 20 minutes to do it its thing. And when you apply a retin-A or a derivative like retin-A, please be careful of the orbital bone. Please do not be applying it next to your eye. If you want to gently pat whatever's left on your eye around the orbital bone, that's totally fine. But that's why I suggest using a Retinol Eye Serum, because it's already formulated for the eyes. I just really stand behind using something that's formulated for the eye area, okay? So I hope that that makes sense, okay? Lots of kisses, Michelle. Okay. Then I want to talk to you guys about what I do after I use all my retinol products and my retin-A products, is I use cacao oil. Sorry, you guys, this bottle is like awful because it's been used so much. And I'll talk to you about why I use this. So this has a natural form of derivative A in it. So it is very gentle. It also has more argan oil in it than any of Josie Moran's. It has more hydrating properties and more skin-loving properties than rosehip seed oil. It is a go-to oil. It will enhance your retinol, tretinoin, different. It will enhance all of those products' effectiveness. You can use all of your retinols, all of your retin-A from your head, hairline, down to your décolleté. I suggest that you do. This also, if you have a problem with applying retin-A down your neck, because some people do, cacao oil will be a lifesaver for you. It really diminishes lines around the neck, and it's one of my go-to oils. It's probably one of the only oils I use now, and I put that on right after I will use my retinol products, okay? And actually, if you guys follow me on Instagram, I will be doing a huge giveaway for this product on Monday of this coming week on Instagram. If you don't follow me, I will try to do another one on Facebook, but try your best to follow me on Instagram. I am doing a huge giveaway on this product. They know how much I love this product, and they want to do another giveaway for you guys. So check out on Monday, which is tomorrow, my Instagram stories, and you can see all of that giveaway happening at about, I'd say, 10:30 or 11 a.m. Okay? All right, awesome. So I hope that that makes sense, you guys. I'm going to scroll through here. Let's go ahead and fire off any questions that you have for me, so we can get all of those questions, answered. Yes, this is the Cacao Naturals. This is one of my favorite oils. I have a whole video, you guys, on cacao oil. Please check that out if you are confused on why it is such an amazing oil, besides knowing that it will enhance all of your retinol and retin-A products. Okay, Celtic Girl, it doesn't really smell like anything, honestly. It smells like a, it's organic, it's all natural, so it's no fragrance or anything in here. So it actually smells like the nut, because it comes from a nut. That's what it smells like. It doesn't smell like anything really. My neck is always bright red after using the Ordinary. Yeah, Helen, it sounds like you need to change that up. Helen's talking about that she uses the retinol from the Ordinary. It sounds like you need to change up your retinol routine, girl. Hey, Janet, it's okay, no problem. Kelly says, sorry, is it okay to do the 7-step method with an essence before? Oh my God, Kelly, it would be perfect. It would be perfect. Andrea says, do you still like the Ren oil? Absolutely. She's talking about the Ren retinol oil. And I actually will add that to the description box at the end. I totally forgot about that. It's sitting in my bathroom. Amy says, that video is really great about the cacao oil. Thank you, Kathleen. Amy says, Cacao Naturals doesn't smell good, but not strong. Yeah, it's like a nut. It doesn't really smell like anything. Jamie says the Biossance is a retinol alternative and it's still effective. Yes, correct. Biossance is a very well-made product line, and it is a fantastic product. All right. Can you use cacao oil with AHA's and Sunday Riley's Luna oil? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. PJ says, what should you do in the morning if you have peeling after retin-A treatments the night before? So hard to apply makeup. Yes, PJ. So stick with your retinol products or your retin-A products, because that peeling will stop. It just takes a little while for some people. Then I would make sure you're prepping it with a lot of hydrating products like, in essence, your hyaluronic acid, peptides, or anything like that, and then a great moisturizer. You might want to try this moisturizer. You can absolutely mix in a few drops of an oil, a beauty oil. That will really help, okay? And no powder if you can, because that will really bring that up. Susan says, I had a neck rash during the first 2 weeks using Differin. After that, used it on my neck, was no problem. Exactly. So these products, these prescription products, do take the skin some time to get used to. It just has to depend if you're willing to go that way. Margaret says the Ordinary retinol is the Ordinary retinol any good? It's not my favorite thing. That's why I didn't list it in the bottom. I don't think it's very effective. I think it's pretty harsh on the skin, to be honest with you. Marie says, I would use the Tatcha rice enzyme powder in the morning. Absolutely. That's a great tip, Marie, what she's talking about for peeling, because it is not a physical exfoliator. It's the rice polishes from Tatcha. All right, cool. Christine says, do you know what percentage of the Ren oil is? I can't find it anywhere online. And actually, Christine, that's a great question, because I asked the rep and he couldn't tell me either. He's like, it isn't really a percentage. So unfortunately, I don't know. Will this oil help with irritation spots? Absolutely. Amy, what is good retin-A product for the eyes? Amy, it's all listed below, but I recommend the Murad Retinol Eye Serum or the Dr. Dennis Gross Ferulic Retinol Eye Serum to die for. No peeling with cacao oil, you guys. No peeling with cacao oil. There should be none of that. Sharon says, do you have a discount code for Cacao Naturals? Mary Ellen has a 40% if you need one. Yes, Sharon, I absolutely have a discount code, and it will be in the description box of this video for Showa. And it will also be linked to my Instagram giveaway tomorrow. What are your thoughts on using niacinamide and retin-A or retinol? Absolutely, you totally can. It's a myth that you can't use that. You can absolutely use it, but it all should go after your retin-A. All should go after it. Should I use moisturizer on top of cacao oil or after retinol? You can, Faye, if you want to. I always do. Like I said, I use cacao oil and then my Miraness moisturizer. I do, because using any kind of retinol or retin-A products, hydration is going to be key. Okay, perfect. Kathy says, what retinol do you use under your eyes? I use this one by Murad. It's going to be in the description box. I swear by this one. And I swear by the Dr. Dennis Gross, I just don't have it with me. All right, so it says, I love putting AHA on after retinol. Woo! XOE2421. If that works for your skin, oh, totally cool. But honestly, every dermatologist, doctor, myself as an esthetician will tell you, please be gentle with your skin with AHAs. AHAs, BHAs, salicylic acid, glycolic, none of that should be used with retinol products or Retin-A products, you guys. It's really aggressive on the skin, and you're basically telling your skin to do the same thing twice. So that's just my opinion. D says, so to clarify, if you're using retinol and not Retin-A, we can use every other active in the same routine. Great question. If you're using a retinol or Retin-A product, every dermatologist, like I just said, or myself as an esthetician will tell you, please do not use any other acids with your retinol or Retin-A products. I cannot stress that enough. Please be gentle to your skin. Use hydrating products like vitamin C, peptides, hyaluronic acid, things like that. Please do not use other actives with your retinol or Retin-A products. Danielle says, I had to build up a tolerance to retinols before I use different. Absolutely. That's actually a great thing to say, Danielle. If you guys are working your way up to a retinol different, anything like that, Retin-A or a different or something to that nature, using a retinol product first for a couple of months would be a great place to start because it'll really prep your skin for that Retin-A, that more aggressive product, okay? Kathleen says, Tatcha products are going to my Christmas list for my hubby. Good. Tilly says, should you use cacao oil AM or PM? Some people use it in the AM and have no problem. I just wouldn't because A, it's a little heavier. B, it has a vitamin. It's a vitamin A, so it can make your skin sensitive. So I always say PM. Celtic Girl says, what is your opinion? Is the very best quality moisturizer? Do you like Dermalogica? That's a really hard question to answer. I actually have a whole post on elleleary.com under blog, under my favorite moisturizers. I really highly believe in the Miraness moisturizer, Youth to the People's moisturizer, Biossance moisturizer, Tatcha's moisturizer. Those for me are some of my top moisturizers that I use, as well as my Guerlain Naturals. If you want a super clean moisturizer, it is amazing. Okay, Heidi says, I do use AHAs once a week with my Retin-A. All right, cool. I emailed and asked the company and they was totally fine once you worked up to it. All right, cool. Yeah, a lot of this is going to be like what your skin can handle, to be honest with you. It's just very well known in the esthetician dermatology communities to not put AHAs or BHAs on with a retinol or a Retin-A. All right, perfect. See what other questions we got here. Can you link the video where it says order to put on products? Absolutely, Mary. I'll actually link the cacao oil video in the description box as well as that video. Christine says, holy moly, look at the ingredients in the Miraness moisturizer. Amazing. Yep. I've been telling you guys, honestly, they never get love, and I've been obsessed with them. I'm dropping things. I'm so excited. Use Retin-A with dehydrated skin, but mask using essence. Yeah. Okay, Tilly says, is cacao oil good for textured skin and for first-time use? Absolutely. Cacao is very natural, you guys. Very gentle. Christine says, when you use the Miraness boosting versus the serum. Okay, so listen, guys. I have worked my way up to combining them together. Okay? It's an either or for most people, or you can combine them together. But remember, you only use this for 5 days and then you don't use it again, and you can just use your retinol serum. Okay? Hope that makes sense. All right. D says, thank you. I don't intend to use Retin-A, but keep up with retinoids. So great. I do acids at the same routine, but was wondering about vitamin C. Oh, I never do. Got it. Vitamin C is totally fine with retinols and Retin-A. Peptides are great. Any other antioxidants, niacinamides, ceramides, anything like that is totally fine. Hyaluronic acid, epidermal growth factors, totally fine. Yes. So Kim says, when I started using Different, I use a heavy cream moisturizer, CeraVe body moisturizer. It's the same. Yeah, it's the same thing that we just talked about, really hydrating the skin. Okay. All right. Let's see the last couple of questions here. All right. Found that to keep my skin moisturized. Great. So even though Different is marketed for acne and is still okay to use if you don't have acne? Absolutely, Barbara, because you can think of them as cousins. Tretinoid and I forget what the drug's name of Different is. I forget what it's called. I think it starts with an A, but think of them as sisters. I would, in my opinion, I would recommend going with a tretinoin for anti-aging. But you can think of them as sisters or as cousins. They basically roughly do the same thing, okay? Great. Let's see here. So John and Kelly Trapp says, if I use cacao oil 20 minutes after my Retin-A prescription cream, should I also use a moisturizer? That's honestly going to be up to you if your skin needs it. Mine does. Again, it helps with the peeling that I don't peel when I overhydrate afterwards. All right. 70s Baby Maxwell says, so when I use tretinoid, I use the Ordinaries niacinamide first, and all other serums wait for face to dry and then go in. Are you suggesting using niacinamide after tretinoid and serums? I would suggest using an essence before your Retin-A product and then letting that dry, and then anything after you can use. But I mean, if we're really being honest, it doesn't really matter because you can really use a moisturizer before your Retin-A product. So either way is good. Whatever works for you is totally fine. I guess the main thing, though, is to make sure that the skin is very, very dry before you use your Retin-A type of product. Great question. Oh, yes. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Adapoline. Thank you. Do you feel the new face is gentle enough to use during your peel? Yeah, totally. Yep. Kathy says, can you use Curology and the Miraness serum? Yes. Oh, wait. No, because those are two forms. So think of it this way, you guys. Curology is tretinoin, and this Miraness serum is a retinol. So you don't want to use this, just like another acid. You don't want to use them together. Great question, though. Okay, you got it. Amy says, I have an allergic reaction to Mad Hippie vitamin C. Any cleaner vitamin C? Amy, if you're asking me, girl, honestly, the Maylove, if you're in the United States, Maylove has one of the best vitamin C's. I love it. Elaine says, new face isn't working. Yeah, as you guys have heard me say, I don't use new face anymore, or haven't in a long time, because I never got results. I use the Clarisonic Uplift attachment. Kylie says, thanks, Elle. You're such a good teacher. Thanks for everything. Oh, you're welcome, honey. I appreciate you. I'm going to be in San Diego for the holidays, and I'm thinking of doing a meetup there. I don't know how many would even come. I mean, I don't know very many people that would go out of their way to meet me. I mean, I think that'd be awesome. But if you're in Southern California during the holidays, I'm thinking about doing a meetup. So let me know if you guys want to do that. Hey, Gabby. All right. Renee says, why does skin need to be dry for Retin-A? Great question, Renee. The reason being is because it can have an effect with the water on the skin and can actually make it make the skin hypersensitive. Okay, so it can actually cause a little bit of redness. You want to make sure it's just like, have you guys ever had a facial and they put like a peeling mask on your skin, like an AHA or BHA? You'll notice that they always have the skin dry. It's the same thing. It can really enhance the effects of it in not a great way. It can cause a lot of burning. Great. Hey, Brigitte, I love that. You have to do a meetup back in Chi-Town. I would love that, Kathleen. Do one in the Bay Area. I don't know who would come, but Andrea, like you and I could do it. Thank you. Kansas to San Diego for the holidays. Sounds good to me, Christine. I love you. Danielle says, I live in California. I would come to meet you. Okay, cool. I love that. I don't know. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. How about Derma Flash? Is that okay if you have peeling? I would wait a few days. So as you guys have seen my video on my Derma Flash, I stop all retinols and Retin-A products about 2 days or a day before I use my Derma Flash. Anonymous Alpha says, yes, meetup. I'm actually thinking of doing it with Peter Mon, but I don't have his dates yet, but I might just do it by myself too if he doesn't end up coming. So he's going to be there too. Yeah, Kathleen, yay. Okay, yay, Lori. Okay, fantastic. I'll let you guys know then. I would come to the Bay Area one. Okay, well, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll have, I'm going to talk to one of the brands up here and say maybe they would host a little meetup for us. Okay, does derma rolling help Retin-A penetrate the skin? No, you never really want to use Retin-A with derma rolling. You want to use hyaluronic acid or vitamin C. If you ever come to Europe, I would love that, Dee. Let's work on that for sure. Thanks, Marie. You're more popular than you think. Oh, thanks, Helen. I appreciate it. Tilly says, I have the Ordinary Buffet and the hyaluronic acid. Which should I use first along with cacao oil? The Buffet is thinner in consistency than the hyaluronic acid. So then I would go Buffet, hyaluronic acid, cacao oil. Barbara says, I also make homemade vitamin. So I'm assuming she says vitamin C with ascorbic acid, distilled water, and hyaluronic acid. Love it. I'm just in Newport. I would come to Oh, good, you guys. Sandra says, my May Love turned yellow very quickly. Is it still effective? Okay, so let's be clear about vitamin C with May Love. It is. This is one of the only brands that, besides And Drunk Elephant, that it is a little, it is still effective once it turns more yellow. I can't speak to other brands, but I know May Love's is. But if it turns dark yellow, you need to throw it out. That's why I keep my vitamin C in the fridge. Margaret says, I love Peter Mon, so it'd be awesome. Yay. I love his candle, you guys. Janet's asking me how am I loving his candles. I love it. I think they smell so good. I'm already done with the Peter one. It makes me sad. I'm saving the other one, the Halloween one, for Halloween time. I would love to go to Malta. Oh my gosh, I heard it's amazing there. That's what PJ, yeah, that's what I says. Can we get Tasha to host a meetup? That's what I was hoping. That's what I was thinking in my head. We'll see. I just don't know how many people would come to the Bay Area. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's hard for me to feel like actually people would come. I mean, I'm just a person, like I'm just a makeup artist. So, but maybe I'll talk to him about it. All right, cool. Let's see if you have any last minute questions. I'm going to hop off here. We've actually talked for almost an hour today. I knew we would because of how in depth this topic is. I really hope that this helps you guys. I know it can be confusing. I know it can be very confusing. And so I hope this kind of breaks this down to a more digestible information. Yeah, Barbara, you absolutely should be keeping vitamin C in the fridge. I mean, you don't have to, but like it really helps the longevity of it. And especially in hyaluronic acid feels so good from the fridge. All right, cool. Oh, thanks, PJ. I bought enough Tatcha products. They should pay for my ticket. Right? Elle, can I use hyaluronic acid serum in addition to Retin-A? Yes, absolutely, John and Kelly Trapp. Yes. My Ole Hendrickson vitamin C is orange and new. Is it bad? No, as far as I know, Anonymous Alpha, his serum actually is orange. Like it just comes out that way. So I don't think so. Thanks for that info on May Love's vitamin C. Wasn't sure how long to keep it. You got it. My May Love turned quickly also, and I was using the Triple C Lightning. I actually use the Triple C Lightning. Yeah, absolutely love that one. It's a great product. It's just really aggressive for people. They're talking about the Triple C Lightning. It's a K-beauty brand. It's in my affordable skincare brand video. All right. Janet, I think you underestimate how much. Oh, I don't underestimate how much you guys love me. I love you guys. I just don't know how many people are out here. What's your take on the Ordinaries 100% vitamin C powder? I don't know. I don't know. I think it's awesome that it's a powder so you can add it to stuff. I think it's probably one of their better vitamin C's. I'll just say that. Do you know if Miraness ships worldwide? Yes. Yes. They're from Australia, so they absolutely ship worldwide for sure. All right, cool. Have you ever used Mad Hippie products? If so, what do you think? Yes, Jennifer, I have. But I don't love their vitamin C, but I have used some of their other products. I think they're fun. I don't think they're super effective, but I do think they're amazing for hydrating products. Barbara says, I've said it before, but I'll say it again. While I love makeup tutorials, these type of videos are the best. Oh, thanks, Barbara. I love that. Thanks, Gabby. Thanks, Marie. Aw. Can't wait for you to upload the replay. Great. Okay, cool. All right, you guys. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Oh, good, PJ. I hope you enjoyed that moisturizer. It is bomb, okay? It's so, so good. Last question I'll take is from Cindy. Do you recommend using a moisturizer after you apply Retin-A? Is there a I do, but it's a skin specific. It's a skin specific to what your skin wants and needs. I do recommend when you're using a Retin-A, it's all about keeping that skin as hydrated as possible. So I don't know why you wouldn't. I think the confusion is that people are using a moisturizer or an oil or a serum after your Retin-A too quickly. You got to make sure you give it time to dry, about 20 minutes. Oh, thanks, 70 baby Maxwell. I appreciate that. I love you guys. Honestly, we have reached into the middle of the 80,000 subscribers, and it's for us to celebrate because it's all about you guys. And I just love you guys so much. Really, really means a lot to me. Really means a lot to me. So I love you guys. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your weekend. And yeah, I love you guys, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.